What up gamers, I'm Jason and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing the Lord of the Rings Adventure to Mount Doom, published by Kosmos Games and designed by Michael Rieneck. Now this is a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players, ages 10 and above, based on the Lord of the Rings books by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now what you'll be doing in this game is that all 4 players will have the ability to control the Fellowship standees, as you must get Frodo to Mount Doom before his confidence wanes and Sauron succeeds in conquering all of Middle-earth. To do that, you're going to be rolling dice, working together to control all of the Fellowship characters during your turn, making the decisions that are the most strategic to advance you to your goal as soon as possible. So I've talked enough about the game. Now let's take a look at what's in the box. Now we're going to take a look at what's in the box for the Lord of the Rings Adventure to Mount Doom. Now when I heard about this, I was excited. I do like games by Kosmos. I've greatly enjoyed Legends of Andor, but it hasn't been back to the table. So getting a Lord of the Rings game that seems to be inspired by that, but also plays in about an hour, fits exactly the kind of time that Julie and I have. So a solid rule book in terms of the layout right now. The one thing I don't like about the rule book is lots small print. Would have liked a thicker rule book. So it does look like there are a lot of little bit of details to go over and to remember. It doesn't look to be the most complicated though. It's only a 7-page rule book for an hour game, and then just some additional card information. So everything looks good so far. Here we've got just different standees: Gandalf, Treebeard, Aragorn, Legolas, Merry and Pippin, Sam and Frodo, and Gimli. We've got Ringwraiths, Orcs. Now this looks to definitely be more based on the book license than I would say the movie license, like we've seen a lot of the stuff recently. So we're going to move this over to the side, try to get some room to take a look at the board. That is great. On the back of the board, and we're not going to show it fully, but I wanted to just showcase it. You do get the art from the box, which I think is always a nice thing. Now I'm going to flip over the board here so you can see most of it. You got a shot of it in the rule book, but as you can see, we've got Gondor, Mount Doom, Sauron's Tower at Orthanc. That's not, maybe it's Orthanc, I can't remember, but it looks kind of like Orthanc, at least where it's positioned. We've got Minas Morgul, Helm's Deep, Rohan, Rivendell, Lothlorien. So I really do like the look of everything. Now when you're looking at just what's in the box here, it does look like it's a little little bigger than it needed to be. I think the box is the size it is primarily because of the board. We've got bases for all of the standees, but the nice thing is once you put the standees in there, you'll be able to leave them out. We've got the different dice, and if you're familiar with other Kosmos games, Legends of Andor, you'll recognize that. Just moving that off to the side here, that each of the different heroes, characters get their own colored dice. We've got some dice for monsters, and then I'm not quite sure what this die is for, but I'm assuming it's for events, things like that. These look to be like your maybe movement or event dice. There is that book over here that's got the space for the white dice as well as black. As the black one, so probably something to do with that. Have not gone over the rule book, just really looking at what's in the box. And this game is fairly reasonably priced. We'll talk about it a little bit more in our review once we get this to the table. Sometime over the course of the calendar year. We have plenty of review copies to catch up on, so I'm not quite sure when. So we got a lot of different items. So Galadriel, Eagles, Gollum's Madness, so good and bad cards here. Shelob, the One Ring, Denethor, Army of the Dead, Haradrim. Now all of these aren't the same, so they got different backs. You got Gandalf cards, location cards, and what we were looking at here, Minas Morgul, seems to be Mount Doom cards. So all of these are location cards primarily. So we're not going to go through all the detail, but you get a nice look as to what is in there. So if you're wondering what you're going to be facing, what you're going to have to deal with, you have good stuff. Before rolling in battle, move the One Ring to Galadriel's space on the courage track. I'm not sure what that is, but probably tracking how well you're doing. The Balrog of Moria, different enemies, Gandalf's special abilities. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. You can put it back, remove it from the game, and stuff to help you out. Boromir. Then we have just some reference cards for the game itself. And there you have it. We've now taken a look at everything that's in the box for Adventure to Mount Doom. When you see what you get in here, you can understand why they say the playtime is probably going to fall into about an hour, which for some people might not be ideal. But with where we're at right now, having difficulty getting longer games to the table, just made made so much sense to pick this one up and check it out on the channel for you guys. So hope you enjoy the unboxing, and keep it right here as I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to click that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you'll find links to all our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see some pictures of what Julie and I have been playing, some upcoming stuff, check out those feeds. They've been very sparse with the last year, but I'll get back to them at some point. Then also popping up in front of me are going to be links to some of our previously released videos, and over here will be our most recent release. And over here is going to take you back to our review of The Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth, our favorite game based on the franchise. Well, maybe this one will jump up the charts there. With that being said, don't forget, keep playing games.